Hi, I'm Mark Jacobs, and Liberation is Coming. That's the title of the collective's October 2025 transmission, channeled just a few days ago. If what you're about to hear resonates for you, I'd love it if you'd tap the subscribe button below or at any time throughout the video. And as always, I welcome your comments. All right, that's enough for me. Our moment has arrived. Liberation is coming.
So, while there is a bit of a reprieve at the moment, the month of your September has been a particularly intense, particularly fraught with all kinds of disruptions across your planet. In fact, we wish to talk to you about a couple of ways to move forward. What has occurred is that it was a moving of a flame, really more like a vapor, around the circumference of your planet. It was like it was taking a tool to remove the seam from your garment. Your garment, yes. So this tool, such that it cuts the thread, was moving across the energy most intimate to your planet, most intimate to your planet, and it was moving around like a ring of fire, but really it was more like a vapor that was opening the higher planes for preparation for this great awakening. Now, once that seam was ripped open, so to speak, quite deliberately, much energy was released. Souls were also released into the ether, into the other realms, so that preparations could be made for a multi-dimensional experience to begin to take hold. Now, you may have not noticed any particular difference in your atmosphere, though it has been lightened somewhat from the previous weeks and months of your year 2025. All right, so this a seam or this hem has been ruptured now. Yes, so the hem is now dangling by its own manufacture. All right. So it is dangling there. It is open. It is ready to be not rehemmed, but trimmed. It is ready to be ironed out. It is ready to be put back in its place in a very different way so that it takes hold. Now, would you show up in this garment that is unhemmed to a party, perhaps? No, no, you would not. You would begin to hem your own garment. This is really what it is about, to begin to hem your own garment. All right, and as this energy field was opened up around your earth plane, the higher realms began to blend more easily with the earth plane, the density there. The opening began to unrelease, to release the density of your planet, so that a greater blending of higher dimensions, of multi-dimensions, a greater realization, a greater opening to who you are on the planet, to each soul's blueprint, to each soul's higher revelation, if they so choose, so that it may be a bit easier. It may feel a bit less constricted. It may feel a bit less compressed. Yes, and for those who can feel the energy more attunely, those empaths, those sensitives, those intuitives who work with energy can feel this shift, can feel this opening, this release, and they can work with it. Work with it. Use it in your consciousness, in your meditation, in your connection to source and your guides, and begin to incorporate it, begin to integrate it, begin to discuss it with your those you work with, begin to ask or allow the integration to occur through you and with those you work with. All right. All right, this leads us to really the main message for October is that it is important for you in this time of opening, where the hymn is made loose, for you to begin to trust yourself ever more deeply. It is this trust in yourself that will move you to grab hold of the hand of another who may be pulling you into the higher dimension, or maybe assisting you. We shall not pull you against your will. You are a sovereign being. No one shall do that. But as you put your hand out, you may be uplifted. You may be uplifted, and this is for your highest purpose. Your highest purpose. Now, you may not know exactly what that is at the moment, but your highest purpose is already imprinted within you. It is a blueprint within your divinity, within your soul. And so you may access this at any time, though it may take some work, some clearing, some willingness to go a bit deeper. For this, we always encourage meditation, connection with source, connection with your guides, a connection with your like-hearted community. Now, this may not be readily apparent to some. There may be a nudge or an urge to find this community, to expand this community, to put it out there in a way energetically, perhaps telepathically, so that you can attract into your experience through the law of provision those who are of a like heart, so that you can share this experience with each other. Now, you will likely find that as you move around your web, that is the internet, around your globe, you will find many who are speaking and sharing a similar truth. Now, we encourage you to find and explore and do your own research for those who are most reputable, most in command of what they are, who they are, what they say, and where it comes from. Does it resonate for you? Does it feel authentic? Now, if more and more people are basically saying a similar, sharing similar messages about what is happening around your planet now, or in the galactic, perhaps, in the galactic spheres, can it be a coincidence? Can it be a mistake? No, there is not really heavy collaboration amongst those on your earth plane who are in human form, who are incarnated there to assist others to make this shift. Into their higher self, into higher dimension, into a multi-dimensional experience. This is who you are at the very core of your being. Yes, and it is done with love, it is done with joy, it is done with a great deal of care, compassion, and unity, harmony, all of these qualities that suggest that we are moving in a path toward a higher consciousness, merging with source energy. If you are there, all souls have their own path, but this stepping on your path requires a trust in yourself. Now, we understand trust has been eroded over many, many many millennia, really, because governments and institutions and hierarchies that are all human-based, mostly self-based, those who want to maintain their power and wealth, have decided to incorporate or toss out fear, toss out repercussion, toss out even death for going against what they say, whoever they is the right way to live, is the right way to worship, is the right way to just be in the world, to be small, to not know your divinity, to need another to be an intermediary between you and the heavens, the other realms. This is all nonsense, of course. This is nonsense. And so, to begin to trust yourself, to know that you have all knowledge and all wisdom within you, that you are fully and completely and wholly connected to spirit, to the one source, to source energy. You are deeply connected to your guides and your soul group. You are deeply grounded in the earth. And so your tendency is to not trust yourself because that has been part of your DNA in a way. But not so much that it cannot be quickly corrected. All it takes is a bit of undoing, is a bit of looking at what it is you have been believing, what it is you have been trusting, who it is you have been trusting. And have you gotten the answers that you have been seeking? If you have, question those, because we suggest that they are living from a place of smallness, from containment, from fear. If you don't have to rely on yourself for all of the answers and can rely on someone else, doesn't that make it easier for you? You just have to do your life. Be in your life. No, it is not easier. It is not easier, and you will find in short order that this reliance on another, whether it be a leader of a particular nation or a group of nations or of a particular religious institution, we say for all religious institutions, be discerning. Be discerning what feels right for you. But you can think for yourself, you can pray for yourself, you can be in contact with the divine, your guides, the angelic realm, wherever you most resonate. You can be in touch with your higher self in a way that has not been propagated before or in a very long time. That is not readily propagated, except for the mystical, perhaps the mystical sides of some religions, though those are limited as well. Those are limited as well. You are not a limited being. And so the sooner you begin to trust this, the sooner you will feel the shift within you wanting to pull you up. The solar plexus, yes, the solar plexus, in your language, the solar plexus, the manipura, the chakra that is just below your heart, in between that and your sacral, yes, in your chakra, major chakra system, though there are many, but your major chakra system that is below your heart chakra, your solar plexus, is associated with the element of fire. Why? Because it is the fire in your belly. It is the moment of transformation. It is where you begin to own your unique power or powers, where you begin to express from your most authentic place. This is the locality in which you may begin to place your attention. What is happening there? All of your chakra energy centers, of course, must be in balance, and that is from your crown to your root and beyond your Earth star up into your Soul star and beyond that still, of course. But this column of light is in perfect balance. When it is in perfect balance, you are in alignment. You feel your power. And you can express yourself most authentically, but you must go within. You must go deep within to hear that voice, to hear your higher self begin to whisper in your ear. If it is not already whispering, if your soul is not already perhaps exclaiming at the top of its ability, then perhaps you have not been listening. And perhaps that you are more deaf to that which is within you than you realize. We encourage you to begin to open your ears, if nothing else, but to begin to tune to that solar plexus, to that fire, to that authentic expression that lives within you, to that power that is yours and unique to you, and see what it wants to tell you. What does it want to share with you? What is it asking you to be or do? It may be quite different from your earth plane existence. It may be quite different from the sustenance of work that you provide for yourself or others. Do not allow the fear of looking within at something different, at your most authentic self, to take root or take hold. Simply explore it. Begin to step out, discern what feels right, and take a step. Trust yourself enough to take a step. Better still, trust yourself enough to just listen, to just go within a moment or two of stillness, to just turn within and see what emerges or is wanting to emerge. Trusting yourself now as you move into this shift, as you move and elevate into the opening that has been created now in your atmosphere. When the time is right, when we have reached a moment, which is approaching, when we have reached a moment, it will become more clear and more clear and more clear that the shift is really taking hold now. It is the preparation that is most important, for it is the preparation that takes place within you, so that you are ready to make this leap. It is a leap. It is a leap, and it's trusting that this leap is leading you into your most true self, who you are as a multi-dimensional being, an intergalactic expression, closer to source. All right, we understand that this is a great deal of information to take in. There is much preparation occurring right now, and it is all being paved with love, with joy, with care. None of this happens willy-nilly on your plane or any other as a shift occurs. As a shift occurs. For humanity is ready to make its move. It has met its moment. There is much that is playing out. It feels intense. It feels intense. There are wars still. There are arguments. There is confusion. There is inequity. Yes. And there is a tendency to really put your thumb. Your leaders want to put their thumb on those who are less able to control their outward experience. But no one can control any other soul's inward experience. This is where the power lies. It is within you. It is within you, and you may start to tune in at your solar plexus, your very bright, very fiery chakra center. Yes, this is what we gave to the channel mark for the equinox, your equinox for the meditation that he shared with a group from across the world. From across the world. It wasn't a large group, but it was across the world. And so this light of the solar plexus is where we want to place our attention, is where we want to shine. Of course, we want to open our hearts, move away from our heads, not our third eye, no, or our crown. No, we don't want to move away from there, but we want to move away from here. Thought. Allow thought to be secondary to your heart space. Lead with your heart. Be on fire with your solar plexus. Allow the fluidity and the creativity and the energy that is in your sacral area, your sacral center, and your root to be grounded as you soar. As you soar. All of it is necessary to spin in balance, to be in alignment. And this energy work can be done at any point, anywhere, silently or spoken, in movement, whatever works for you. This is what we stress, that you find what works for you. You begin to trust what works for you, what feels good, what feels right, what feels authentic, what feels true, what feels true. And when you explore the internet to find these consistent messages now across your planet, what feels true? Continue to just keep asking yourself, what feels true? Does this, what I'm hearing, does this feel right? Does this feel true? Does this resonate? Do I vibrate? Does my skin turn to fire when I hear this message? That is a sign, a signal that it might be what is moving through you at the moment. Yes? All right. And so this idea of trusting yourself in this moment, to begin to trust yourself. And as you begin to trust yourself, you will trust yourself more. And as you take more steps, you will trust yourself more. But as you begin to trust yourself more, keeping yourself in love and joy and compassion always, trusting yourself, taking that step out, you begin to sense that there is no separation between you and another on this path, or you and another, period. It is, you cannot be separate from each other, whether on your plane or any other. You cannot be separate from us, the collective. Even though we may not be your guides, we are certainly available here for your ascension, for your ascending practice. Yes? So, we wish to tell you that you are not separate from Source. All that you need is within you. You are not a separate entity, not a separate soul. You have never been separated. It has all been in your mind, the very thing that we have requested or suggested that you move away from, and allow your heart to move you forward. The fire in your solar plexus to move you forward. Yes? And so this idea that you are not an idea, the very truth of your being, that you are not separate from any other being, that you are not separate from the energy of the cosmos, that you are not separate from any creative expression that you wish to bring into manifestation. Your very highest self is not separate from anything or anyone or any animal in the kingdom, or any part of your natural world is not separate from the mother herself beneath your feet. Not separate from the very distant cosmos, the galactic regions. Not at all. Not at all. This is the power you have. This is the power that you are. You came with it. You are now being called upon to begin to explore it, to express it, to step into it, to own it, to be it. And this allows you to begin to trust yourself. To begin to trust yourself. All right, that is all we can ask of you, is that you begin to explore yourself. Begin to explore your power. Begin to trust yourself. And as you do, you will walk with more freedom. You will feel liberated from the oppressive ideas and belief systems and structures and leaders and boundaries and religions and governments and any other collapsing structure on your planet. And in that liberation, there will not be fear. There might be curiosity. There might be what next, the question. What will happen to me? A legitimate concern, but it is on your hands. It is in your soul. It is in you to make that choice and decision. We welcome you into this shifting time. We welcome you into your own higher self. We welcome you into the trust that you innately have in yourself, the love that you carry, the joy that you are. We welcome you into it. And we feel the vibration of it, where we are more and more. We feel that we are complete with this transmission for your coming days. We are here.